On the court, ball dribbling, cashing checks. College hoops, beats, pump, breaking necks. GunzPicks in the air, we ain't playing nice. Best rolling, paper stacking straight ice. Double units fired, man, winners only. Player props hitting, no rolling lonely. Bankroll swole, just stacking that cheddar. Breaking ankles daily, no one do it better. Let's keep dancing, 10 shots fired. Cashing best clips, reloaded, never tired. Have ourselves a day, straight up ballin'. Every show lit, you know we all in. Hit the hardwood, buzzers buzz, call it lit. Numbers crunch, strategy so legit.
Yes, sir. We are back here on a Wednesday night to talk a little Thursday college basketball. Welcome to the Breakin Ankle Show. I'm the host with the most support got a podcast on himself, proclaimed CBB Goat himself. We are here live from the GunzPick studios here in beautiful Maryland, and we're going to break down 3 plays for the Thursday slate. Listen, we went 1 and 2. Best bet did cash, though. I will say that. We did hit on UNC, capped that correctly. Still hitting 58%, 59% on the video plays. This is why you need to like and subscribe to the GunzPick channel if you haven't done so already. This is the video. You need to like the video. Boom. Go to the subscription. Hit the subscription bell. Boom. Then hit the bell so you know when all content comes on this channel. Boom. 3 things you got to do. Most of you guys are subscribed now, but get on it right now. And also, Dub Club has been cooking. While the video plays have not been, I digress. We've been doing very well on the VIP plays. I'm giving them away free for a week. And this is, we're on Wednesday right now. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I am turning off the free trial. It is going to be gone. So if you want to join now, you might as well do it right now because it's going to be absolutely gone by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. If you're on the East Coast or you just stayed up late on the West Coast, I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to have my coffee, and I got to turn off that free trial because I'm not going to give away all the beautiful content that's going to be in for the national championship. Not the national championship, I'm sorry, the NCAA tournament. So please do that. And as we got people coming into the chat, we got Mohammed coming in, says, what up, Guns? What's up, my man? And then we got Pre-Yank coming in. I probably said that wrong. Bounce back time. Yeah, 1 and 2. I'm not calling this a bounce back, all right? Because like I said, the VIP plays did fine. we were doing good as far as the entire resume is going. And if you join the free plays on the free trial, you must be cashing tickets. But on the video plays, they just haven't come to fruition. So I got back, I rolled up my sleeves. I always come back swinging. And we're here for the long haul. We're not here for the short haul. Sometimes we have a little bit speed bumps on the road, but we always come back swinging in droves. And I plan on doing it here for the rest of the week. Let's get into the plays, shall we? Let's start with the first play that's going to be on the board here. Let's go with a little A-10 action here in Washington, D.C. in the Capital One Arena. We're going to go with Fordham versus George Washington. Yes, the dirtiest of the dirty, the nittiest of the gritty. This game tips off at 5 p.m. East. Actually going to be loving this conference from a betting perspective. So that's why you got to join the Dub Club for that one, because I'm going to be playing the hell out of this conference because there's good spots in this one, including this. Now, you got to look at Fordham, really inferior team in this spot statistically. They're 204th in offensive efficiency, 256th in defensive efficiency. Their offense is 289th in field goal percentage, 282nd in turnover percentage, and they're 200th from the charity stripe. Defensively, not much better. 266 in opposing field goal percentage, 226 in defensive rebounds, and they're 312th in opposing free throw attempts per game. On the other side, when you look at George Washington, they're much better. 171st in offensive efficiency versus 80th in defensive efficiency. Some of the key stats that they're very good at, they're 25th on the offensive side in free throw attempts per game. They're 108th in 2-point percentage. They're 47th in opposing field goal percentage, 60th in turnover percentage, 30th in opposing free throw attempts per game, and they're 15th in steals. So on the turnover perspective, you know this Fordham team is going to be very sloppy with the basketball. George Washington should be able to take advantage of this team. Then on the Fordham side, they've just not been a profitable team in any case as of late. They're 2-7 ATS in the last 9 games, coming off a 17-point win, but for that matter, as a 4.5-point dog to Rhode Island. So take that with a grain of salt. This team has been on a skid for a long time. Then you got to look at Fordham. They're 1-7 ATS as a single-digit dog of more than 3 points, which they are in this condition. Then you got to look at George Washington on this one, 6-2 ATS in their last 8 games, 7-1 ATS is a favorite between 5 and 14 points. And Fordham is coming off that double-digit win. They're on the highest of highs, a game that probably nobody thought they'd win, but they did. They went and beat Rhode Island. This is a team that lost 8 straight prior to that game. So I think this is going to be a good spot for George Washington. There's also rested on this one because Fordham played tonight, and they're going to maybe a little bit of rust factor in this, or at least fatigue for that matter, going against George Washington. I think they get it done here. George Washington -6.5 as play number 1. LVCC in the chat. You know, he's been feasting on the week trial on this one. Let's catch the Mavericks and Aggies. Keep firing. I'm going to keep firing, baby. I already dropped 6 plays, I think, for tomorrow. I plan on dropping some of the 1-unit bangers tomorrow morning. I want to check out a few lines, but I've already dropped plays for tomorrow. So if you want those plays, go check the free trial out. All right, let's go into the next play here, and it's going to be my doggy of the night for Thursday. Let's go. Yeah, we're going into a little bit of Big Ten action here, and I'm wearing the hat for a reason. The Indiana Hoosiers are going to be playing the Oregon Ducks here in Indianapolis, Indiana at 12 p.m. Noontime tip-off on this one. We got early basketball, and I love it. Statistically, yes, I looked them up and down the board. Oregon definitely has the edge on the stat chart here. 35th in offensive efficiency, 112th in field goal percentage, 138th in offensive rebounding, 50th on the charity stripe against an offense for Indiana. They are 62nd in offensive efficiency, 132nd in field goal percentage, 129th in offensive rebounding, and they're 231st from the charity stripe. So on the offensive side, edge goes to the Ducks. Ducks defense, 36th in defensive efficiency. They're 150th in defensive rebounds, and they're 48th in opposing free throw attempts per game. And then for the Indiana Hoosier defense, 42nd in defensive efficiency, 114th in opposing field goal percentage, 106th in defensive rebounds, 94th in opposing free throw attempts per game. So the stats are a little bit closer on the defensive side, but I think the edge has to go to Oregon here. And then we got the revenge angle here for the Indiana Hoosiers because they did lose to Oregon on March 4th, not too long ago. They were 6.5-point road dogs in that situation. They lost 73-64. And now you're seeing them as a very short dog here at 1.5 ones on the board now on a neutral floor. Then you got to look at the scenario here when you have an Oregon team that is a short favorite. They're 1-7 ATS as a favorite of 5 points or less. Indiana is 3-1 ATS as a dog of 4 points or less. And then you just got to look at the location. The site location of the Big Ten tournament is in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is in Indiana. Not much travel from Bloomfield to Indianapolis, where Oregon has to travel all the way from the West Coast to get over here to the East Coast, and that's going to be a detrimental factor here versus Indiana, because I think the fan base is going to be highly more on the Hoosier side on this one than it will be on the Ducks, considering this is the Ducks' first time in the Big Ten tournament. Also, Oregon's 2-4 straight up in ATS in their last 6 games outside Eugene, Oregon. So I think this is going to be a good motivational spot here for Indiana, not just from the site perspective, because their fan base should be more than the Ducks on this one, but they're also on the bubble to make the tournament. So I think they're going to have to win this game here, maybe another game to kind of keep them solidified in that first 4 in, which is where they're projected right now. Whereas you look at the Oregon team, Oregon's like a 4 or 5 seed in the tournament. What do they have to play for? I think they're not as motivated as Indiana in this one. I think Indiana gets it done, and they are a small dog on this one. So I'm going to throw and scrap the spread. I'm going to take them on the money line. Give me Indiana money line as my dog of the day, baby. All right, last play is going to be coming up here. You know what to do. You're watching this video now, you're watching this later. You need to like the video that you're watching right now. And if you're watching it on Twitter, you get over to YouTube and you go hit the thumbs up for me. That's what keeps this engine running. This is what keeps everybody fed, so to speak, as far as the GunzPicks channel is concerned. We're trying to grow this thing to the rafters. We've done it a very exceptional job, including it's all credit to you guys. You guys have just been absolutely excellent. The exponential growth of this channel has been amazing during college basketball season. And I asked myself, where were you guys during football season? I don't know. We'll figure that one out in September. But we're in March right now. Just like the video, subscribe, do everything that you possibly can. Share it with your friends, share it with your mother, sister, brothers, whoever. Kids, doesn't matter. As long as they're 18. Legal to gamble, for Christ's sakes. I think that's 21. But I digress. Let's go into our best bet for Thursday. Let's go. Yeah, we're going into the Mountain West. I love betting the Mountain West. And we got Nevada going against Colorado State at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, 9 p.m. East of the tip. I do miss this tournament. I used to love going to this tournament when I lived out there. And what you're looking at here statistically, Nevada's strength all season long has been their offense. They're 72nd in offensive efficiency, 57th in field goal percentage, but they are 243rd in offensive rebounding, and they're 262nd in the country from the charity stripe. Not good on two key elements here that I look at when I'm capping teams. Then you got to look at Colorado State's defense on this one. They're 61st in defensive efficiency this year. They're 90th in defending shots, but they're 8th in defensive rebounds, and they're 11th in opposing free throw percentage. So for some reason, people can't shoot free throws versus this Colorado State team, and they get to the boards very well. Top 10 defensive rebounding team in the country. Then you got to look at Colorado State on the offensive side, actually better than their defense. They're 47th in offensive efficiency, 28th in field goal percentage. They're not great on the offensive boards, but probably it's because they're making their shots. They're 272nd in offensive rebounds, and they're 12th from the charity stripe. So a couple key advantages on that one from the offensive side of the ball. Now, keep in mind, I said 12th in free throw percentage. Now let's talk about the Nevada defense. Nevada's defense is 205th in opposing field goal percentage. They're 297th in opposing free throw attempts per game, and they're 297th in defending the three. The key number on this one is they allow their opponents to get to the free throw line a lot. So when you're a team that can make your free throws like Colorado State can, I think this is a huge advantage for Colorado State in this position. Then you got to look at Nevada. Just have not performed well in the dog roll this year. They're 1-5 ATS as a dog this season. Whereas you look at Colorado State, they've performed well as a single-digit favorite. They're 8-1 ATS as a single-digit favorite this year. And this is the third meeting between these two teams. And Nevada has lost to Colorado twice already. But you look at the line shift from each game, it still points to Colorado State. Colorado State was an 8-point road dog in the first meeting. They won that game. They were a 3.5-point home favorite in the second meeting. They won and covered that game. Now you're seeing the line here at 4.5 for Colorado State, and they're playing on a neutral course. They're not playing at home. Like I said, their line, that was back in February, like late February when they played in Colorado State. They're a 3.5-point favorite in that spot. Now they're a 4.5-point favorite on a neutral floor. That tells me everything I need to know. The books are saying everything. Colorado State's going to prevail in this one against a Nevada team that has just played a game. Colorado State's going to get this one, and they're going to win by margin. I love Colorado State, and this is why it's my best bet on the video plays. Give me Colorado State minus 4.5 as the best bet for the show. All right, let's get into the chat here. Bruce Hallett joining us on a late night goes, what up, Guns? What's up, my man? How you doing? We got Muhammad coming back, says, what are your thoughts on Iowa State and BYU? Iowa State looking for revenge for that loss last week. Here's the problem with that game. I did look at that. The problem is where the line went, because I believe when BYU beat Iowa State, they were 9.5. BYU was a 9.5-point dog in that spot, or I think that's what it was. I'll have to double check that one. But in any rate, the line shift on that one, I was looking for an angle to get to Iowa State, but I was leaning towards the BYU side as well, because the line shift was like 6 or 7 points from home court to neutral floor. That kind of gives me an indicator we're looking at a BYU spot. However, when you look at how these teams perform, where the line is sitting now, it actually works good for both teams. So it could go any which direction on this one. I wanted to take BYU. I didn't get there on paper just because both teams are really covering well in this position. You have BYU as a dog who's been very good. They've been very good in pretty much every position they're in. And then you got Iowa State that just plays well as a short favorite. So Iowa State could come out there with revenge and absolutely thump BYU, but it's not a game I'm going to be taking on that one. We got Mountain West Conference, always a great time at Thomas and Mack. Yeah, I do miss it sometimes. I'll be back in Vegas in the summertime. Got to go check out some stuff out there. Get into a little bit of a contest called Circa as well. It was 8.5. Yeah, I saw 9.5 when I was first looking at it. That might have been the opening line. It might have dipped to 8.5. But that's just not a no play. That's a no play for me. Pre in the building says Rutgers alum here. Tough loss in double overtime to USC. Got hammered by Purdue against USC. Purdue against USC tomorrow, depending on the line. Yeah, there's a couple of games that, like, I do these at midnight right now. There's probably another 5 or 6 games that I just didn't have lines on that I may have plays on. And if I'm going to give those plays out, it's going to be on Dub Club. So it's time to sign up, hang out for a week. If you guys don't want to hang out for the month and pay for the rest of the tournament, that's fine too. If you guys just want to hang out and get some free plays for a week, I don't care. I just want to hang out with you guys, get some free plays, make some people some money, and then we can go into the NCAA tournament. But I appreciate everybody that's joined us here live. Great chat that's been going on. Like I said, if you haven't liked the video already, please like the video. Subscribe, share, do everything that you're supposed to do on these YouTube that everybody says all over and over again, like myself. All right, that's going to do it here for the Breakin' Ankle Show. Let's have ourselves a damn Thursday, right? Let's continue this momentum as we've been killing the conference tournament so far. Let's continue to kill them all the way through the weekend until Selection Sunday, where we'll be studying the bracket, trying to figure out some key plays to make some more money. That's going to do it here for GunzPicks and the Breakin' Ankle Show. This is like and subscribe. I lost my train of thought. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the board. And as always, let's keep dancing. Ba-bang!
Daily, no one do it better. Let's keep dancing. Cannon shots fired. Cashing best clips reloaded, never tired. Have ourselves a day, straight up ballin'. Every show lit, you know we all in. Hit the hardwood, buzzers buzz, call it lit. Numbers crunch, strategy so legit. Breaking down